It's Chris Smith time. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, Chris Smith. And guess what today is? I know that you all know. It's Tony nomination day. Yay! I'm here as with always, with Blackie Humphrey. And Blackie Humphrey is just about the only one that I have to do these videos with, because who else gonna talk about the Tony nominations at my house? Now, really. Blackie, were you excited about the nominations? I was excited about some of them. You know, we're gonna go through the list. We probably won't read every single thing, but we'll at least read some of every single thing. Okay, so as you all know, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a very big supporter of Maybe Happy Ending, the Darren Criss and Helen J. Shin musical that is about two helper bots in the near future falling in love in South Korea. And it's really about so much more than that. It's about life and love and loss and the human condition, even though these are helper bots. I can't say enough about it. And it got 10 nominations. And also another show that I'm very excited about is Death Becomes Her, which also got 10 nominations. And then another show that I really don't know very much about, and forgive me, I'm not that excited about it because I just don't know that much about it. Is a Buena Vista Social Club, and it got 10 nominations. So those are the musicals that got the most nominations. But so, for Best Musical, Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, which I believe got seven Tony nominations, and is about this dead outlaw who tried to rob a train back in the day, probably 1911, something like that, and was shot and killed and embalmed, and then his body became very famous as a traveling corpse in sideshows and carnivals, and then he ended up at a fun house as a dead body to scare people. Can you imagine? You're in the haunted house and things jump out at you, and one of them actually is a dead man. Terrifying, but that is a new musical, and it's one of the nominees. Also, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat, a new musical, which I don't know a whole lot about either, except that it is British, and the poster is yellow. We're gonna learn more about Operation Mincemeat as the day goes on. But okay, so best performance by an actress in a leading role in a play include Laura Donnelly in The Hills of California. Well, maybe I should do it from my phone. That might be easier. And I should do best play first, and then we'll go back to Laura Donnelly. Laura Donnelly, you don't mind, do you? You got a nomination. You shouldn't mind much. Okay, so you know the best musicals: Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat, a new musical. Best play, English, The Hills of California, John Proctor is the villain, Oh, Mary, and Purpose. And the best revival of a play, Eureka Day, Romeo and Juliet, Thornton Wilder's Our Town, and Yellowface. Best revival of a musical, Floyd Collins, Gypsy, Pirates, the Penzance musical. They changed the title, you can tell. And Sunset Boulevard. Now, best performance by an actress in a leading role in a play, Laura Donnelly, The Hills of California. Mia Farrow, The Roommate. LaTanya Richardson Jackson, Purpose. Sadie Sink, John Proctor is the villain. And Sarah Snook, The Picture of Dorian Gray. Best performance by lead actor in a leading role in a play, George Clooney, Good Night and Good Luck. Cole Escola, Oh Mary. John Michael Hill, Purpose. Daniel Day Kim, Yellowface. Harry Lennox, Purpose. And Lewis McCartney, Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Best performance by an actress in a leading role in a musical, Megan Hilty, Death Becomes Her, we loved her in Smash and so many things. Audra McDonald, Gypsy. Jasmine Amy Rogers, Boop the Musical. That's the Betty Boop musical. And Jasmine Amy Rogers is making her Broadway debut in this starring role. It's very exciting. Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard. And Jennifer Samard, Death Becomes Her. Love me some Jennifer Samard. Best actress by an actor in a leading role in a musical, Darren Criss, Maybe Happy Ending. Andrew Durand, Dead Outlaw. Tom Francis, Sunset Boulevard. Jonathan Groff, Just in Time. James Monroe Iglehart, A Wonderful World, the Louis Armstrong musical. And Jeremy Jordan in Floyd Collins. Best performance by an actress in a featured role in a play, Taylor Ash, English. Jessica Hecht, Eureka Day. Marjan Nishat, English. Fina Straza, John Proctor is the villain. And Kara Young, Purpose. I always get nervous when I'm reading names out loud blindly without knowing the exact pronunciation. And then I get an angry message below saying, it's pronounced this and not that. I'm like, well, I don't hear the name. I just see it. And that's how I pronounce it. So, that sounds like my mother. Whenever she would say, Kamala, and I would say, it's Kamala. And she'd say, well, I'm saying Kamala. Best performance by an actor in a featured role in a play, Glenn Davis, Purpose. Gabriel Elbert, John Proctor's the villain. Francis Jew, Yellowface. Bob Odenkirk, Glengarry Glen Ross. And Conrad Ricamora, Oh Mary. Best performance by an actress in a featured role in a musical, Natalie Venetia Belcon, Buena Vista Social Club. Julia Nittel, Dead Outlaw. Gracie Lawrence, Just in Time. Justina Mikado, Real Women Have Curves, the musical. And Joy Woods, Gypsy. Best performance by an actor in a featured role in a musical, Brooks Ashmanskas, Smash. Jeb Brown, Dead Outlaw. Danny Burstein, Gypsy. Jack Malone, Operation Mincemeat, a new musical. And Taylor Trench, Floyd Collins. Now here's my category that I would be in, Blackie Humphrey. Best book of a musical, at least I would hope to be in it. Buena Vista Social Club, Marco Ramirez. Dead Outlaw, Itamar Moses. Death Becomes Her, Marco Pinet, or is it Pinet? Well, Pinet. My apologies. Maybe Happy Ending, Will Aronson and Hugh Park. Operation Mincemeat, a new musical, David Cumming, Felix Hagen, Natasha Hodgson, and Zoe Roberts. I wonder what it's like to write it with 4 people writing the book. That sounds like heaven, sheer heaven. Though, let me tell you, the more people who work on your musical, the more problems. Because if it's 2 or 3, maybe. But you add in that 4th or 5th person, oi, if it's the wrong person. Best original score, music and or lyrics. written for the theater. Dead Outlaw, David Yazbek and Eric de la Pena. Death Becomes Her, Julia Mattison and Noel Carey. Maybe Happy Ending, Will Aronson, music and lyrics, and Hugh Park, lyrics. Operation Mincemeat, a new musical, David Cumming, Felix Hagen, Natasha Hodgson, and Zoe Roberts. Oh, okay, so they did the book and the lyrics and music. And Real Women Have Curves, the musical, Joy Huerta and Benjamin Velez. Scenic design, English of a play, best scenic design. English, The Hills of California, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, Good Night and Good Luck. Best scenic design of a musical, Swept Away, Maybe Happy Ending, Buena Vista Social Club, Death Becomes Her, and Just in Time. And both of those last two, Death Becomes Her and Just in Time, it's Derek McLean doing the scenic design. So he is going up against himself. Isn't that marvelous? Best costume design of a play, Good Night and Good Luck, The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Hills of California, Oh Mary, and Stranger Things, The First Shadow. Best costume design, and I'm just doing the shows, not the individual names. Don't worry, if you want to see those, go online. But we're limited with time, as we all are. Best costume design of a musical, Buena Vista Social Club, Boop, the musical, Maybe Happy Ending, Death Becomes Her, and Just in Time. Best lighting design of a play, The Hills of California, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, Good Night and Good Luck, John Proctor is the Villain, and The Picture of Dorian Gray. Best lighting design of a musical, Sunset Boulevard, Buena Vista Social Club, Floyd Collins, Maybe Happy Ending, Death Becomes Her. We're going to skip a few things. Best direction of a play is Nud Adams, English, Sam Mendes, The Hills of California, Sam Pinkelton, Oh Mary, Dana Tamor, John Proctor is the Villain, and Kip Williams, The Picture of Dorian Gray. And best direction of a musical, Sahim Ali, Buena Vista Social Club, Michael Arden, Maybe Happy Ending, David Cromer, Dead Outlaw, Christopher Gattelli, Death Becomes Her. He was on Star Search when he was a young teen, and my niece Stacy and I loved Mirage, the group that he was in. Oh, we were obsessed. And he was the only boy, and then it was all girls. And Christopher Gattelli made a name for himself in the theater, choreographer, director. There he is at Death Becomes Her. Very exciting. And Jamie Lloyd, Sunset Boulevard. Best choreography, Joshua Bergassi, Smash. Repeating his choreography from the, and I'm sure new things too, but he was also the choreographer on Smash, the TV series, and was Emmy nominated. Did he win an Emmy? I'll have to look into that, but he was definitely nominated. Camille A. Brown, Gypsy. Christopher Gattelli also did the choreography and direction for Death Becomes Her. Jerry Mitchell, Boop, the musical. And Patricia Delgado and Justin Peck, Buena Vista Social Club. Okay, best orchestrations. Okay, best orchestrations is Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending, Floyd Collins, Buena Vista Social Club, and Sunset Boulevard. And I think we missed sound design. Oh, excuse me. Sound design of a play, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, John Proctor is the Villain, Good Night and Good Luck, The Hills of California, and The Picture of Dorian Gray. And best sound design of a musical, Buena Vista Social Club, Sunset Boulevard, Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending, and Floyd Collins. Now, Blackie, reactions. What did you think? There are people left out. There are shows left out. I think I saw a headline on Playbill that 13 shows altogether were completely shut out, and just a few of those include Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends, which I saw in L.A. before it went to Broadway. Redwood, the Idina Menzel show, no nominations, including Idina Menzel, who some people thought that she would at least get a nomination. It's just about a lady climbing a tree. I mean, I'm not criticizing, but to me, it looks like a lady who runs away from her family and from a tragic circumstance and climbs trees in Northern California. Othello, this is the one with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal, and has tickets upwards of $900 and some. Even Audra McDonald told Jake Gyllenhaal that she could not afford to go to his show, which I find hard to believe. I mean, at least give her a comp ticket. The Last 5 Years, this is the version with Nick Jonas and Adrian Warren. And it sounds like they made some very interesting choices that I don't know that I would agree with. Once Upon a Mattress. This is also one that I saw in L.A., as you'll recall, with Sutton Foster. And it had been on Broadway, and then it came to L.A. It was very nice to do that because that's very rare that we get the big chunk of the Broadway cast and certainly the lead, and then got to see the show right after it closed on Broadway. No nominations. And Tammy Faye, the musical, which got no nominations. Those are some of the shutouts. But also, what about Helen J. Shin from Maybe Happy Ending? I'm stunned. I mean, I haven't seen the show yet, but it seems like her performance is so subtle and so just so magnificent. It's almost delicate from, the sound of her voice, and her character, the helper bot, almost seems, from what I've seen, seems like a little hard at first, and she softens as the play goes along. That's very hard to pull off. And even from listening to the cast recording, I think she does it. And it's marvelous, really. What else? Oh, I'm very happy about Death Becomes Her. I'm very excited that Jennifer and Megan both got nominations, and they'll be up against each other in lead actress. This is an exciting Tony race right there alone. Smash didn't get much love this year. Brooks Ashmanskas and Josh got the Brooks Ashmanskas for featured actor. You remember him from The Prom as Barry. Loved me some Brooks Ashmanskas, and of course Josh's choreography for Smash should be a smash. But no Robin Herder for lead actress. She got very good reviews, even if the show didn't necessarily. Dead Outlaw, 7 nominations. Sunset Boulevard, 7 nominations. Just in Time, we've got Jonathan Groff in there playing Bobby Darin. I was going to go see Just in Time, and now I've decided not to because I really want to see Gypsy with Audra McDonald. I've never seen Audra on stage. Oh, and Audra now, with this nomination, has gotten 11 nominations in her career. This is the 11th. So she was tied with 10 nominations for all-time record. She tied with Cheetah Rivera and Julie Harris, who you'll all remember as Lily Mae from Knots Landing, but also her film career, her stage career. But I did not even realize that Julie Harris had been nominated 10 times. But now Audra has surpassed them all. But what a group to be in. Julie Harris, Cheetah Rivera, legends both. What else? The Picture of Dorian Gray, I hear, is a one-person show, right? Am I mistaken with that? Good Night and Good Luck. George Clooney got his nomination for acting, but he co-wrote it and did not get a writing nomination. Oh, Mary, I'm excited about seeing Cola Scola's play, and it's directed by Sam Pinkleton, who did that Head Over Heels at the Pasadena Playhouse that I did not like, and did that La Cage that I saw back in was it the fall, that I just hated. So I'm very excited to see a production of Sam's that everyone says that I am going to love. So, no offense that I didn't like your other shows. Boop, I'm sorry about Boop because, you know, the music, I've been listening to songs from Boop for months now, even when it was in Chicago, and they had that little clips of it, and on Instagram I followed them, and they had that song, Why Look Around the Corner, dun-dun-dun-dun, so catchy. Oh, and they have that little marionette dog. Hold on. Okay, look at this. Isn't that the cutest? And its tongue comes out and its ears wiggle. And it dances and its little mouth moves in the show. They're also selling a stuffed version of this dog at the show for Boop. And Pudgy is his name. And Pudgy is currently sold out online. And I must have that Pudgy. And I mustn't let Blackie Humphrey get a hold of him because I fear Pudgy will become just a pile of cotton. And I cannot allow it. Plus at those prices. But isn't that the most darling little thing you ever did see? Oh, look, here's Pudgy with a little Santa hat on. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, Pudgy is going to steal the show, but that music by David Foster, I just think, is marvelous. It's so catchy. There's so many songs jumping out at me, even in my head, and I'm like, oh. But I'm sure Boop is happy with its 3 nominations at least. And it's leading lady, first nomination, and she, first Broadway debut and gets a nomination. That's always wonderful. Real Women Have Curves, the musical, 2 nominations. I think some people were expecting more from that. So there's always something that's left out, and that's always a disappointment. But like I always say, just being nominated is an honor, and really to even get your show onto the stage is an honor, because these people are doing what they love, and they're part of the history books. They're part of the whole thing. Part of it all, as they say in title of show. Where's my title of show poster? Right there. Boop. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll be excited to watch the Tonys on June 8th. And it's hosted by Cynthia Erivo. Blackie's too comfortable, so I won't lift him up to say goodbye to you. But we'll be talking about all things Tony in the weeks ahead. And I'm going to be going to New York and seeing some of these shows, including Death Becomes Her Maybe Happy Ending, Dead Outlaw. What else? Gypsy. Oh, Mary, and Boop the musical. Oh, and Smash. That's only 7. So there's another slot that I might do a Thursday matinee. And it's very limited for Thursday matinees. They're very rare. But The Great Gatsby has one. They have a matinee that day. So anyway, I will let you all know what happens with that. Oh, this video is way too long. No one is going to watch it. But I'll probably watch it. So, happy Tony season, everybody. We'll see you the next time that It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time in the city. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dun,